You're watching Pyro Media News.
Mentally feel like Kobe, I'm like Jokic with the rock. You physically couldn't hold me, I don't care if you push it 40. You can never little bro me. Euro step like Ginobili, from young OG to the OG. From nosebleeds to floor seats. Circle stronger than Cuban links. My gold decks, your gold plated. You verse me, now that's a reach. We ready. Who ready?
Hello, Pyro Media family. Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We hope your experience with us is fruitful. While we are loading your experience, please do us a quick favor and hit that like button from whichever platform you're watching or listening on. And we do hope you consider hitting that subscribe or follow button so you can check out more of our amazing content. All right, let's start the show.
Don't you bring no bullshit in here. 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 Bring no bullshit in here. Bring no bullshit in here. Yeah.
Grand rising, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, and the entire spectrum between. It is your boy Kwame, joined by this illustrious royal panel, the one, the only, the national supervisor and head of the Pyro Media Missionary Department, Darius Lighty, and the queen, my light-skinned sister from another mister, Ramona Atkins. What's up, queens?
Hey, everybody. Hello, y'all. How y'all today?
Blessed. How are you?
Good.
How are you?
I'm
You okay,
good.
Darius? What's up? Who I gotta
I'm
fight?
doing good.
Yes,
You gotta fight nobody, baby. You know I'll jump first.
I know. Talk about it later.
All
Thank
day.
you.
All day. Anyway, what is going on, y'all? Thank you guys.
If it's a misunderstanding, we'll clear it up on the back end.
Honey, that's it. You know what?
Hallelujah.
But the hands are going. It's going. Sorry. Y'all, we hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button, share, and subscribe if you have not done so already. It does help the algorithm, and we do appreciate you joining the Pyro Media fam. And if you have not done so already, make sure you guys are joining the hotspot. That is our Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/Pyro Media Network. Oh, sorry, Pyro Media. It's on Pyro Media Network. Praise Jesus. But make sure you guys head over there. Ramona and I had a time last night.
Baby.
We got to get Darius in on one of our Pyro Cocktail Hours because it was like
All I know is I woke up feeling like I still was in the United Kingdom. I was still in the bushes.
We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to do it. Anywho, I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day. Darius is like, what is going on? If you guys are, we want to welcome you guys to number one, first and foremost. Make sure you guys are coming on in. And I want to also welcome thank our gladiators for all that you guys do. Thank you so much. Hold on one second. I think I messed up something over here. See, this is what I love about this new technology. We can go ahead and move things in real time. And we want to thank God for it. Praise Jesus.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, see, I can adjust things in real time. Praise Jesus. Look at that. God is so good. All right, so make sure you guys are checking out or shouting out our mods. Shout out to Cupcakes and Dr. Hope for all that you guys do. And also today we're going to be talking about a couple of things. Sukiana, DJ Aka him, and also what's going on in the Middle East. And we got some news about Tesla, which we'll break down a little bit later on. So make sure you guys are tuning on in. And if you have not, oh wait, am I in the right? Oh, I'm in the wrong one. Is that the right one? What? Oh yeah, okay. I was like, wait a minute, I wasn't a bit sure. We have some housekeeping announcements just real quickly. Make sure that you guys are following Pyro Media Network on all social media platforms. That's right, all social media platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, everywhere. La-da-da-da, everybody. And also, like I said before, make sure you guys are joining the hotspot, which is the Pyro Media's Patreon, with exclusive content for you. Shout out to Ramona for joining me on Pyro Cocktail Hour on last night. It was a hoot. And make sure you guys are supporting. If you have not voted yet, make sure you guys vote for Just Dominic for Video Project of the Year. He is a finalist in the for Video Project of the Year. So make sure you guys are heading over to gospelchoicemusicawards.com and make sure you guys are supporting him. I think this phase you can only vote once. Last phase I think it was unlimited. So this phase is only one. So make sure you guys get your vote in and help your brother out. Appreciate you. I think that is it.
Hey, Jada.
Hey, Jada. Oh, shout out to Ramona's Facebook peeps over there. Yes. Shout out to y'all. Thank you guys so much for coming on through. We appreciate you. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into hey, Jada. What's going? She said, hey. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into. Oh yes, breaking news. We have a lot of breaking news today. We're gonna move quick. Whew. All right. First up, this just broke. So let me read it from CNN because it literally just broke about like 10, 15 minutes ago. Let's see here. So the House voted today in a bipartisan manner to advance a key foreign aid package, a significant step in sending aid to Ukraine and Israel, and setting up a final vote as soon as Saturday. In an extraordinary move, more Democrats, 165, supported the measure than Republicans, 151. The Democratic votes were necessary to overcome opposition from Speaker Mike Johnson's right flank, who will likely only increase their calls to oust him. The fight over the bills and the potential for right-wing members of the GOP to attempt to oust Johnson over it adds up to the most intense pressure that the speaker has faced over his future in this short time in the role. So, what are your thoughts on this? Because I know this was a point of contention for the House. Darius? Hey, Dr.
Well, I think he's finally doing the right thing. Although I do feel that the House should just have voted on the combined foreign aid package that the Senate had previously passed, which included funding for Ukraine, Israel, Taiwan.
Yep.
I don't, whether you vote for it in pieces or as one piece of legislation, you're still voting for it. I think the difference with this particular legislation in terms of Ukraine is that the language is that it's going to be loans versus us just giving them funding.
Correct.
Johnson's probably going to go down. Well, we'll see. I think if the Democrats vote against a motion to vacate, because it's going to throw the House in chaos. The House has been in chaos, the whole Congress.
Right. I was going to say the House has been in chaos. Been in chaos.
Yeah, it's become normal for them to be in that chaos.
I mean, they need to just go ahead and let the Dems take control and let Hakeem Jeffries be the speaker.
They're not going to do that.
Say that again. Say that again for the people in the back, please.
All to the people in the back of the sanctuary. Y'all need to just go ahead and let the Democrats take control of the House and let Hakeem Jeffries with his fine ass
be
the next speaker.
Oh, he is beautiful. Anyway, that is a man, Maury. That's a man. But No,
But
I
I
think
agree with you,
right.
Darius, because I didn't realize, and I didn't get to watch it all this morning, but I didn't realize it's going to come out as in language terms of as a loan as opposed to just
Mhm.
funding. So I don't know how that's going to look when they are trying to rebuild. Um, how did they say how that's going to look as far as if they do it as a loan, how that's coming back?
I think they're gonna probably forgive it down the road.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah. I think typically, the United States, it's not unorthodox for the United States to hand out quote unquote loans because it just gives that whatever country that they're helping out a reason for them to say, "Oh, you owe us." You know what I'm saying? And
right,
and also either be an ally or do what we ask if we, So that's not, that's not that's normal, but I
right,
think the issue is that with this particular situation, Ukraine is already at a deficit already. So that us giving them a loan, they're already our allies. So it's like it didn't make sense for us to do all of that and put more pressure on them so they can rebuild after if we push if it escalates. So it's just a mess. Hey Felicia, what's up, Queen? Thanks
hey
for
Fee.
coming on through.
And that's how I feel too. So okay, then I'm not completely weird. Maybe I ain't
Mm-mm.
had enough coffee.
No, you're fine. But speaking of loans and monies, and things of that nature, and someone losing it, Donald Trump, so with the Trump trial, that you guys are that we've been that's been kind of loading up the damn news outlets for a while. Um, they found their jurors. They're 12 jurors. We've had issues recently because people's identities were being put out, but take a look at what's going on here.
Late this afternoon, a jury of 12 people was sworn in for former President Donald Trump's hush money trial in New York. Now they're moving on to selecting 6 alternate jurors. Earlier in the week, the judge overseeing the trial said opening statements could begin as early as Monday of next week. The former president is facing 34 felony counts of falsifying business records.
So there's that. Hey MX, what's up, Queen? Good afternoon, Kwame Ramona, and my international general supervisor, Mother Dairy. Come on,
Hey, man.
what's going on? Y'all are so funny. Yeah, what are your thoughts on this? I don't really have much on it. I'll shoot it over to you, Ramona.
Ain't nothing to shoot. He fell asleep in court. I ain't got it. I don't have it. I don't.
Look,
I
I'm just
don't.
waiting on the guilty verdict.
I just want the guilty verdict. Like you,
Can we
like
please?
can we? And what's going on with the Georgia case? Is that at a standstill? Like, do we know what's going on? Because I haven't really that one.
Well, it's still they can't do all these trials at the same time. It's probably not going to happen before the election. And then they still trying to come after Fonnie. They still trying to mess with Fonnie.
Still.
So
leave that girl alone.
they think somehow taking her out of the picture gonna make the charges go away. No, it's not.
It's
Right.
not, because they're gonna get somebody else to do it. You just mad that it's a black
Y'all
woman
just mad because Fonnie and that man was over there hunching.
and I would have hunched with him too. Look at his.
Oh wait! Did you say he fell asleep and farted?
Yes, he did
Lord.
actually. Yeah, it was audible.
He said it was cold in there.
It was audible, girl.
I
Boy,
seen
he
him
farted
fall
too.
asleep. Are you serious?
Y'all better bring a blanket in there for Trump.
Right. Shall. Okay, anyway. It's a mess.
I wonder what billionaire fart smell like.
I don't want to know. I feel like he really needs something like a colonic or something. Like like there's years and years of issues with his
Oh God, y'all got me over here crying.
baby, he need to be rejuvenated over there.
My
He
God.
need a good old cleanser.
Jesus.
Oh,
Anyway.
y'all got me over here in tears.
So last night, Israel launched a retaliatory attack and launched missiles into Iran. As you guys know, this was in response to Iran's attack last Sunday, or this past weekend rather. It's reported that multiple explosions were heard near a military site in Iran, and there are also reports of explosions in Iraq and Syria, although it's unclear where they came from. Take a look.
Israel launching a limited direct military attack on Iranian soil. The news comes days after Iran launched its first ever direct attack on Israel in the form of more than 300 drones and missiles. NBC's Richard Engel joins us now from Jerusalem with more. Richard.
So this strike was limited. An Israeli official telling NBC News that the strike took place. Iranians say that a military base near the city of Isfahan was targeted. But even the Iranians are downplaying this, with state television showing pictures from Isfahan with life as normal. One anchor on state television said that this was, quote, no big deal. Here in Israel, they have not imposed any new restrictions or guidance. People are not being told to go to shelters or limit their behavior in any way. People are out on the streets here in Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, very much the same. Israel had promised to respond to the Iranian attacks, which were triggered by an initial Israeli strike on an Iranian diplomatic facility in Syria. But it does seem now, after this limited strike, that both sides, judging the reaction that we're seeing, are trying to pull back from the brink and not have this spill into a regional war. So we did see a strike.
So I have words. I have words for
Did
about
they say
Benjamin.
no big deal? Did I hear that?
No, you heard it right, sis. But we're gonna talk about that. That's gonna be our main story. I have some words about Benjamin Netanyahu. Okay, I was gonna save it for Patreon, and I might save some more for Patreon. But what I have to say, we're gonna dig deep into this one, and I might have to bring Darius on. We might have to do a panel on Patreon. We just might have to do a pre-recorded because it's just too much. But what are your thoughts overall of what's going on here, Darius?
We knew that Israel was going to do something. This is essentially, you try me, I'm gonna try you back. You're not gonna run at me, and I don't run back. You know, I think that they listened to the advice that the U.S. Gave them in terms of not escalating this into a bigger conflict, because they're already bogged down in Gaza. The international community has already, to a large extent, turned its back on Israel. The Iran launching all those missiles and drones kind of took the attention, the focus off of that. So they can't fight a war on multiple fronts, and so nobody wants a bigger, wider conflict. We already got too many wars going on in this world already. So yeah.
TGIF, Michaela, what's going on? What do you think, Ramona?
I'm still stuck at it ain't a big deal. I'm sorry, because I sat and I watched as these missiles and drones are going over, and you shooting them out the air. And if I'm on the ground in the middle of that, and you say that ain't no big deal, and I have nowhere to go, I can't go to a basement and act like that's gonna save me. I have nowhere to go, because if you bomb my house, if I'm in the basement, you gonna see me in 6 years. I mean, like, honestly, I am really stuck in that spot, because to say it's no big deal, but you ain't on the ground. You ain't. This ain't no robin or no cardinal flying over my head.
Yeah. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. It's a mess.
That's all I got. I'm stuck at that. And my heart goes out to anybody that is innocent in these situations, because for somebody to feel that your life ain't worthy enough to make it more of a big deal to say than to say it's not a big. I'm okay. I'm done.
Yeah. Well, that's breaking news for today. We're going to get into more of that later on today for our main story. But make sure you guys are sharing, liking if you have not done so already, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. And make sure, and for those who are watching the replay, we do appreciate you sharing and liking as well. Let's get into what's happening on today. I did not pick this. Okay? I just want to preface this, all right? Okay. So before I get yelled at, what's going on, Deontay? Thank you for joining. Appreciate you. Today is National Garlic Day. So one thing's obvious is something in the air during National Garlic Day. Did you know that Egyptians worship garlic as a god and even used it as currency That's not all. Garlic supposedly gave strength to Greek athletes and warriors, warded off the evil, and protected maidens from evil nymphs. Not to mention vampires. Just think about all the garlicky foods we love. There's garlic bread and garlic fries for starters. And if you feel as strongly about garlic as we do, celebrate with us on April 19th.
I still want a big toe day.
Why?
I'm gonna get me a big toe day.
Listen,
If they have a day for everything, I need a big toe day. I don't know.
I like garlic. I think garlic, I like garlic on my food, and that's my business. So this world needs some garlic. Just sprinkle it around. Just get everyone, please. Thank you so much, MX. Appreciate you, Queen. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into today's birthdays. We only have 2. Today is the last day. The last day of Aries season. Yay! Shout out to all Aries. It has been fun. It has been real, but we bid you adieu. Okay? Okay. Right, garlic be hitting. Thanks, Deontay. Appreciate you. Listen. All right. Today's birthday goes to Suge Knight, and I want straight faces. I don't want that because he ain't coming after us. He was born in Compton. Oh, sorry. He was born on April 19th, 1965 in Compton, California. Marion Hugh Suge Knight Jr. is a former American record producer, music executive, former American football player, and incarcerated felon. He is best known as the co-founder and former CEO of Death Row Records, which rose to dominate the rap charts after Dr. Dre's breakthrough album, The Chronic, in 1992, and enjoyed several years of chart successes for artists including Tupac Shakur, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Outlawz, and the Dog Pound. Yep. Okay, let's move on. His picture up there makes me nervous. Honorable mentions goes to none other than Candace Parker. Candace Parker, born April 19th, 1986. Oh, she was born the year I was born. St. Louis, Missouri. She is an American professional basketball player who plays for the Los Angeles Sparks of the Women's National Basketball Association. She is the younger sister of former NBA player Anthony Parker and was the first overall pick in the 2008 WNBA draft. In high school, Parker won the 2003 and 2004 Gatorade National Girls Basketball Player of the Year awards, becoming just the second junior and the only woman to receive the award twice. Happy birthday to you, Queen. And we have, get that big head. Stop it. We have a diamond of the day, y'all. Y'all know we celebrate our pyromaniacs and we celebrate our trailblazers, who we affectionately call our clients. So today is none other than the one, the only Daryl Walters' birthday of the Daryl Walters Show. So make sure you guys support him every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Happy birthday to him. And I took this picture actually. This is one from one of his most recent photo shoots. So stay tuned to see what's going on with him. Sorry, I just got a text message. But yes, shout out to Daryl Walter and all that he does. We love him. We appreciate him. He is a gentle soul and he is a dope human being. So make sure you guys check him out every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the Daryl Walter Show. And we love you, man. Happy birthday. Live it up. Enjoy your weekend. Yes, he is our official church vlogger over here on Pyro Media Network. So shout out to him. All right, y'all. And shout out to everyone born on April 19th, and shout out to the end of not only Aries season but Cupcake Month. Okay, so shout out to Company Cakes, our resident head of security over here, and our lead gladiator. So thank you so much. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and pay some bills. We got some bills to pay. We got some new sponsors. Make sure you guys are tuning in, and we'll see you guys on the other side with the rundown. Peace.
Elevate your entertainment with Watch Them. Discover the ultimate online streaming destination. Get an auto-renewing monthly subscription for unlimited content on all devices. Join us in supporting a Black-owned streaming platform that brings top-tier entertainment. Let the streaming excitement begin at Watch Vim, your seamless experience for endless entertainment. Stream online or download the Watch Vim app now.
Because self-care should be luxurious. Luxe Noir.
Are you ready for enlightening conversations that transcend boundaries? Get ready for Conversations with Clergy, brought to you by the HIV Vaccine Trials Network. In partnership with the world's largest publicly funded international collaboration, the HVTN is dedicated to evaluating vaccines to prevent HIV and COVID-19, but their impact doesn't stop there. The HVTN is at the forefront of advancing vaccinology, social and behavioral sciences, statistics, immunology, and even contributing to the research on tuberculosis and COVID-19 vaccines. By supporting Conversations with Clergy, the HVTN not only brings you thought-provoking discussions, but also contributes to the global effort to combat infectious diseases. Tune in, stay informed, and be a part of the change. Conversations with Clergy, supported by the HVTN, empowering conversations, empowering lives. Join us in this journey of knowledge, understanding, and progress. Conversations with Clergy, proudly brought to you by the HIV Vaccine Trials Network, because together we can make a difference.
Know that you can now catch the electrifying sounds of Bullet in Flight Radio anywhere you go? Yes, you heard it right. Tune in to the high-flying beats and soaring melodies by downloading the TuneIn app on your mobile device. Just search for Bullet in Flight Radio and hit play. It's that easy. And if you have a smart device like Alexa or Google, just say, "Hey Google," or "Alexa, play Bullet in Flight Radio on TuneIn." Experience the rush of adrenaline wherever you are. Listen to Bullet in Flight Radio on TuneIn using your Alexa or Google devices. Soaring through the skies has never sounded this good. Don't miss out on the ultimate musical journey. Tune in now to Bullet in Flight Radio on TuneIn and let the music take you on an unforgettable ride. Get ready to elevate your listening experience. Brought to you by Bullet in Flight Radio.
We're Black by popular demand. Thank you guys so much for tuning on. And if you're just tuning in, hit that like button, share, and subscribe. It does help the algorithm. And shout out to who did I just see? Vera Coleman, who's watching on Ramona's page, Facebook. Thank you. And it's her first time tuning in. Thanks for coming on through, Queen. If you want, you can make sure you head over to youtube.com/Pyromedia and you can become a pyromaniac yourself. We would love to have you and join the rest of the Pyromedia family. Yes. And also make sure that you guys are tuning into Bullet in Flight Radio to rock out the rest of your day. On Friday, TGIF, because it is Dance Party Friday over there on Bullet in Flight Radio. They're hitting with the jams. They are the #1 progressive Christian and inspirational radio station in the world, so shout out to them, and shout out to the pilots that listen to us on Tuesday, or the Tuesday takeover for Pyromedia. All right, y'all, let's get into some things here. We got some stuff to go get into on the rundown, but before we get into the rundown, it's time for the shades of the day. Mona, come on through.
Here we go.
Ooh.
The signature. If you can see the I in there, these are a signature pair.
Yes. We like that. We
with
like
a
that.
grain on the side.
Praise
yes.
Jesus. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? All right, y'all. So, listen, if you guys want shades like these, you can go ahead and make sure you head over to succulenteyes.com. That's right, Succulent Eyes, and that's eyes with a Z.com. Succulenteyes.com. Make sure you guys head over there so you can go ahead and get your succulent eyes.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Mona. And shout out to Succulent Eyes for being a sponsor of Pyro Media Network as well. Support Black-owned businesses, right? Praise Jesus. All right, y'all. Let's get into the rundown, y'all. It's time for the rundown. First up, I really don't like this man. But I do like his product, okay? And so we're going to go ahead and talk about what's going on with Tesla over here. Tesla has issued a recall for all 3,878 Cybertrucks shipped so far due to a critical issue where the accelerator pedal can get stuck, increasing the risk of accidents. What? It's already a big, bulky,
Right.
It's already crazy. This recall was announced following reports and an official notice from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. This action marks a rough patch for Tesla, which also faced corporate turbulence this week, including laying off more than 10% of its workforce and reevaluating CEO Elon Musk's substantial compensation package after a legal setback. The problem with the Cybertruck's accelerator pedal came to light recently when users reporting the issue in the past few weeks. Tesla had even halted deliveries temporarily to address the defect. Elon Musk conveyed on the social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter, that Tesla was proceeding with caution. Girl, I really don't care.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about cars that if you're in the snow, it potentially ain't gonna start just because of the fact that the battery gets so cold. Batteries are costing, up in the 22,000s, and some of y'all cars, as soon as people have bought them, they get down the street and they don't even work. Yeah, shout out to anybody got Teslas. That's one of them name brands
that is the ugliest looking car.
So ugly, Darius.
You know what it look like? You know them sheds, like you have a little shed outside that you got your lawnmowers in and stuff. Or
yes,
it looked like a shed.
You know what it looks like to me? It looks like the night, one of the vehicles that I don't know if you guys saw the original Knight Rider, with David Hasselhoff, but that there was another smart vehicle, another event. What is that word, Michaela? What is this? Eventiverse? I don't know what that is. Okay. But there was a vehicle that was attacking Kit, and it looks like that vehicle. It looks bulky, ugly. I would not feel comfortable driving this. It just looks weird. Now I have been in it because I went to a Tesla dealership and I was looking at Teslas, and I've been inside of it, and it's okay on the inside, but it just looks ugly. Homemade looking. It does look homemade looking.
Like a Lego.
Ridiculous. Let's move on. Next up, we have the Elephant Man. Not the Elephant Man. Elephant Man. Elephant Man, known widely as the Energy Gad, is as famous for his music as he is for his large family. In an Instagram live session, he recently revealed that his family has grown significantly since 2019, with 20 to 38 children. What is wrong with you? The dancehall star's first child was born when he was 17. According to the Dancehall magazine, Elephant Man discussed his love for women and said, me might ugly and all of that. Me might be ugly and all of that, but the gal them like me bandy legs. Okay.
Sir, you are a human version of throw off pH balance with 38 children.
That is insane.
But God bless you, baby. God, and your babies are blessings all the way around. So God bless your baby. He said, "Be fruitful and multiply." I guess you took that to mean literally. Yeah, I don't. 38 kids. Do they know each other? That's where I'm at.
No, they probably don't. And my thing is too, I hope that he's financially able to provide for all of these people, with all these kids, because that's the thing. Because with 38 kids, you got to have a very large income because you should not be depending on the system.
Girl, got his own country, right? Got his own country, Jada.
That's 38.
Listen, and it's not even just about being financially like stable for the children. But it's also, do you have time for the children? Are you there for the children? Are you going to be able to be a father?
Do you even know who your children are? You got.
Do you even know them?
Oh,
are you
lying?
up Becky with Raymond? Like, are you what's going on?
I know that's right. Can you name them all at one time?
Girl,
forget that is not community.
Do you have your
Peter.
own community?
That is a whole...
like what's going on? Is there like a whole like not plantation, but what do you call those things? A resort, a reservoir, whatever, like
a
space.
compound.
Thank you. A whole campus. Like, what's going on? That's a whole classroom.
I'm going to the streets. The streets are calling my name.
How do you have that much time to get 38 kids?
I don't know. God bless you and your your
not
family.
Yeah, do your thing, girl.
I just hope they don't look like him.
Right, he's a Jamaican version of Nick Cannon, and he actually stated that he agrees with Nick Cannon. He doesn't see a problem with what Nick Cannon is doing, and he wants more children. He's stating, you want more than 38 kids? Oh wow, God bless you. I don't know what type of child law. Stick and move. We're gonna keep that, Jada. We're gonna use that.
He's sticking in a lot of places.
Baby, he could pee on grass and it'll grow. He real potent. I don't understand.
All right.
Okay.
But you do your thing, girl.
Jesus.
Moving on. We have a question for the people. Now, it's being called now, I was supposed to talk about this on Wednesday, but we ran out of time. But it's being called an auntie or unk, an insult now. Take a look, because this is an interview with Jackie Ina, one of my favorite influencers out there. She was on a podcast, and this was asked. She talked about being called an auntie. Take a look.
So on social media, you had made a announcement that you wanted everyone to stop calling you auntie. What is that about?
So there's actually like layers to this question, because auntie in Nigerian culture is like, oh, that's auntie. Like, even if you're like 17, like then like auntie. So it doesn't really age you, but I kind of feel like, because of everything that I experienced out, like in my career personally and professionally, being the eldest child of 7 kids in my family. So I was always like in charge of people, the boss, the leader. And like, I came to realize that affected me in ways I didn't necessarily like feel comfortable taking on. Like, when you're in your like late teens, when you're like 16 or like when you're 17 and someone's like, oh my God, you're so mature for your age. That's like a flex. You're like, oh, thanks. And then you're 36 and 40 and 50-year-old women are calling you auntie.
Right.
And you're like, excuse me?
Right.
You're supposed to be giving me no. This ends now. That's when I was just like, what? Like, so I'm always going to be the example, even for people that I'm supposed to look up to?
Right.
No.
Right.
Hell nah.
So what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I'm at that age and stage in my life. I'm called more ma than auntie. By the the younger generation around me. But I mean, considering she was the oldest child and she took care of a lot of people, all those helped I could see where that might be offensive, because you kind of want to get out of that role and just let me be me without any titles or attachments to it. So I could see where she got it, but I don't think it's an insult. Like, look, if I'm gonna be insulted, they all call me mom. So.
Right. Well, we'll see how it goes. I don't see an issue with it. I think it really just depends on the affection of the person. So I don't know. I don't see it as a big deal. What do you think there is?
Well, she don't look like nobody's auntie, so I guess that's on some level that she don't relate to that. Right. But I really don't care, to be honest.
Yeah. It doesn't bother me. I have nieces and nephews, and so I hear Uncle Kwame all the time, or Unc, or so it doesn't really bother me. But I do understand where she's coming from, I guess. But I don't know. I guess as an influencer for your brand, that might be an issue. But I will give it a call to Auntie, because I am one. But I can understand what she's talking about. It's a little shocking for a child to hear that at a young age. I hear that, Michaela. Yeah, Jada said, be glad that you see that they see you as that. Take it as a compliment. That's what I said. That's what I'm thinking. Because I think like being called an auntie and uncle, like that's like a privilege. Like it's kind of like, okay, cool. You are, we look up to you. But whatever,
There's levels of wisdom that came with that, and that's probably what she has a lot of.
She does. But whatever. We'll see how it goes. Because I she's not the only influencer or celebrity that has had an issue with being called auntie. So I just found it interesting. But anyway, let's get to these Let me calm down. I was gonna say something really bad. Let's get to these people. So this is DJ Academics, and that's whose son, Donald Trump Jr. He did an interview this week with DJ Academics, and it was pretty inflammatory. It was pretty crazy. And he was talking about Diddy. Take a listen.
I used to get invited to the cool person parties. I was there.
Did you ever
right?
hear anything?
Not those parts. So not me directly, but it's my ex-wife actually she was a model in New York, and she was really good friends with Kim Porter, who was Diddy's wife, the one who died at 47 from pneumonia, and it was like,
that's what
when that happened, she called me, and this was a couple of years ago now, maybe not even, a couple of years ago, and she called me something's up with that. I go, what do you mean? She's like, oh, dude, Kim used to tell me it was a bad, there's a lot of weird shit that I didn't even know that but they were they'd do photo shoots together or whatever. They were sort of friendly. They'd hang out. We'd see them out downtown and I'd hang out with her. Not so much with Dad. I think it was already sort of over there, but she was really afraid of him. And this goes back years. And so and she was having these conversations with my ex. I was I don't know what
a lot of people believe that whatever happened there happened with the woman afterwards, which is Cassie. And supposedly
like I said, I didn't, you sort of don't think about these things until now. You go back and you're holy, I distinctly remember when Vanessa was calls me and was hey man, Kim Porter died. I go, what? We saw her a couple of weeks, whatever it was, and she goes, yeah, man, she was sort of always in fear of something happening. And I was maybe it's natural, but not a lot of people die at 47 of pneumonia. You know what I mean? It's wow. Especially people, she's obviously in good shape.
There's a shit ton of rumors.
Again, and I'm actually not trying to fuel any kind of rumor, but I definitely that's a conversation I had. Someone who knew her well, was friend, they text, was something. She was something. She's something. She did not believe that was just nasty.
Okay, girl. Okay. All right. Okay. What are your thoughts, Ramona? Because I have a couple of thoughts.
This is the crazy part. I know that all these people hung around. There's a level of camaraderie that happens with people in that stage of life where the Diddy's and the Donald Trump used to hang with certain entertainers and big execs within our industry. And I'm not gonna say that he probably is lying. I hate to say it that way. He's probably not, but we won't know. Do I think that there is some truth? You know me, when there's smoke, there's fire. I do believe there probably is a little bit of truth in that, but I don't know. I would need to see that whole interview because I got questions.
Why were you on DJ Academics podcast? You don't like us, girl. You don't like it. That's number one. That was my first thought. You don't even like us. So why are you on DJ Academics, on his podcast, number one? Number two, who summoned you? I don't know. Where did you come from? Number three, let's switch over to DJ Academics for a second. Why did you bring him on your show? Nothing he said was shocking because we had already been talking about it within our community. So why did you have to bring Donald Trump Jr. to your damn podcast to talk about something that had nothing to do with him, number one? And you said you didn't even go to the party. You said your ex-wife went to the party.
So why was he even there?
And you didn't bring nothing new to the conversation. You just alluded to the fact that you think that something happened to Kim Porter because of Diddy, allegedly.
Allegedly. But the thing of it is, we know that these parties ranged and went to other people too. So just not our community. That's the only thing I could think of as to probably why he brought him out. Like I said, I got questions.
I don't have any questions. I don't even understand why you were there, girl. Anywho, Darius, you have anything to contribute to this, or can we go to the next one?
You can move to the next story.
Thank you.
I don't like neither one of them hoes. So.
Okay. Now this, I normally don't like. Sukiana has been getting on my nerve a little bit. She but this whole situation has me rolling. Okay, rolling. So for those who don't know, my question immediately, he wants to be relevant. That's what I'm saying, Jada. He wanted to be relevant, and so does this heifer. Okay, not Sukiana, the other heifer, the other wannabe Real Housewives of Atlanta. So Peter Thomas came out of nowhere. Sukiana is a twerker. She twerks. She does weird things like to people. Some people may think it's inappropriate. Whatever. She's Sukiana. I don't give a damn about what she's doing. If you don't like what people do, don't watch them. That's just simple as that. But this girl, and I'm talking about Patricia Thomas, went over there online and said something like was responding and saying that she was inappropriate or whatever. So, of course, in Sukiana fashion, she read him. Okay? But this recent one, I wasn't going to post where she read him initially because she was just like, why are you in my business? Why do you even care about me? Why are you even bringing my name? And who are you? Okay? But this is what she said recently because she was still fired up about it. Take a look.
And why he posted me dancing on this man and said that's why all y'all going to hell. First of all, you bald. You need to worry about that restaurant that went to hell. That's what you need to do. Now I've been trying to spare you, but I don't understand what me dancing on a man who only got one leg got to do with going to hell. Oh, you saying that he can't dance? He can't get no coochie? Bitch can't dance on him? That make me know everything I need to know about you, because you judging people that's missing limbs. Ain't nobody judging you for missing hair or missing payments on that restaurant. And I've been there before. Out there in Miami, while you talking about people going to hell, I went there before. One of my friends, Peasy, he had a show at the office. When they came to town, we decided to go to that funky restaurant that you got. First of all, let me tell you something.
So before I go to the next video, the next clip of the video, she Peter Thomas went ahead and started. She was twerking on a man that had only one leg, and so he was saying that something along the lines of that this world is going to hell, or she's going to hell, or whatever the situation is for doing that. So that's why she's pissed off about it. But this is what she has to respond to when she went to the restaurant.
Black people don't like broccolini. Thought that ain't no real vegetable. What the is a broccolini? I didn't like it.
Yeah, Sukihana is hilarious to me. I think she's funny. We don't like you, right? Who don't like you?
Lord, we got Sukiana versus Lupita. You know what? This is the problem. Nene and them used to say this all the time on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. These men need to stay out of women business.
Stay out of women business.
Now, Peter, you done already got put out your restaurant because you couldn't keep the note. You the last somebody need to be out here talking about. So what if she was dancing on that one limb man? Is it really? Did you want her to dance on you? Is that what it was? Is that what it was? I mean, I don't know, but baby, Lupita, you got too many troubles already.
Girl.
Be worried about what Sukiana and anybody else doing.
Cupcake.
So Lupita, girl.
I don't want to call her Lupita because Lupita. I like Lupita.
Lupita, girl. Let's sit down somewhere in the corner and be quiet.
Patricia, I don't know why you even got involved with her. Why you even said anything? He got kicked out of 3 restaurants that he has. He lost 3 restaurants. He was mad and jealous completely. Shout out to Cupcake.
Hey, Cupcake Cakes.
What's going on, Queen?
I don't understand what was his purpose of even speaking on her. Like
he had to be trying to be relevant.
But you know, we live in a day of clout. We live in a day of I need to be relevant. I'm gonna stick myself in everything. Well, hence the previous, that we can. So.
Look at Cupcake already got to start fighting. No, that's not what happened. Okay, Sukiana was arguing with Peter Thomas, and she was just watch the replay. Cupcake. He was like, "Who's bothering Darius?" See, this is why she's the head of our security. Okay, she ready to fight. It's time for Baywatch, y'all. Good luck, Sukiana. We love you. So, if the Ashanti and Nelly pregnancy news, if you guys didn't know, she's pregnant. What isn't exciting enough? The two are now officially engaged. They are so
I love them.
Adorable.
I love Ashanti. I love everything about her, and I'm so happy. I think she's gonna be a great mother.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. I think.
I was just surprised that Nelly didn't have no kids already.
You know what? Honestly. That's a good. I was thinking the same thing.
Look here,
I'm not trying to be stereotypical, but
Nelly like what, 50 years old? 50,
he got 4. Well, 2 biological, and then the 2 of his sisters, and he just became a granddaddy.
Wait, so he does have kids? Oh yes, he does. He has,
okay.
He has a daughter. Yeah, so he has a daughter and a son that are actually his biological. When his sister died, he adopted his niece and his nephew, and then the daughter just had a baby, so he just became a pawpaw.
Oh wait, so he adopted these? Are they biologically his?
They're his niece and nephew. His sister passed away.
Got it. Okay, so Darius and I were right. So he doesn't have any biological kids except the one that he has with that he's incubating.
No, he has 2. He has 2 biological.
Yes, I didn't know he had 2 biological kids.
Yeah, so he has an actual biological son and daughter, and then he has his niece and nephew that he adopted because his sister passed away.
Got it.
And then now, so this will make him have 5 children total.
Got it.
With the grandbaby. Yes.
Got it. Okay, cool. Because I was like, wait a minute, what? Okay, cool. Understandable. All right, Mona, honey, we still gotta have a conference call, sis. Because we gotta have a conference call, Mona, about last night. Because girl, that's gonna be a beautiful caramel baby, and it won't be very talented with singing too. Michaela, you being shady?
But I tell you what, when you say if it's going to be a spin the block type of relationship, this is how it's supposed to come out.
Mm-hmm.
And because since they get back together, I done seen the back of their tonsils because all they do is smile and laugh.
All they do is kiss.
Smile and laugh.
Baby.
All they do is kiss.
Baby, Ashanti looking like Nelly is putting the meats on her.
Oh, Jesus. Well, no, it will be talented with it. Oh, okay. Singing too, that was a typo. Okay, got it. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, you gotta be shady, girl. All right. It's time for another question for the people. This one is kind of a story/question. But do you agree with Neo or not? Take a look.
Being multiple women at once, being married before. What are your thoughts on legalizing polygamy?
Legalizing polygamy? I didn't know it was illegal.
It's illegal. You can't get married, but you can obviously have more than one girlfriend.
I feel like in the realm of love and romance, you should let people do whatever the hell they want to do.
Yeah?
You can't see how it's hurting anybody.
Exactly. Do you think it should be legalized?
Sure, why not?
Would you fight with the in DC with the lawmakers?
No, because to be honest, I don't need the government to tell me what it is I can and can't do.
Yeah.
It's my personal life. So,
but if you wanted to get married to more than one woman, would you consider doing that? Or would you want to even get married to multiple women?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let it ruin my day.
Okay.
The people I love know I love them and they love me.
But why don't you write songs about dating multiple women? You're always just like, gassing up one lady at a time when you're writing music.
I mean, the songs come out depending on the situation and the circumstance.
Okay.
This is the first time that I've been in a relationship or situation like this, so.
And how is it?
Say that no songs about it will come to pass. They'll come.
I love it.
I don't force it when it comes to music. It happens naturally. It happens organic.
You recommend the situation you're in now?
No.
Why?
I don't recommend anything to anybody. What works for me might not work for you, and vice versa. So
girls,
find out what works for you.
Can I ask your girls, would you want to get married with 2 women and Neo? Something you'd be open to? Do you guys mind it?
So do you guys? First of all, they were at the Grove. I saw a lot of stores that I go the Grove in LA. But anyway, what are your thoughts on this? Do you agree with polygamy? Do you think that people should be, do you agree with Neo or not?
I think people are already committing polygamy, whether it is legal or not. I mean, if you got a wife and a girlfriend on the side, if you got a husband and a baby daddy on the side, if you dealing with more than one person at the same time, you are in a polygamous situation.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna knock. I'm very sex positive, so I'm not gonna knock anybody for what they do. Melissa said, "Ew." I'm not gonna knock anybody for their choices and whatever they do with their life and their body. I just don't think it's for me. I'm a one man. And so that's just my
woman.
Right. What are your thoughts, Rhoda?
Hey, to each his own. You know, I never. That's they thing, and maybe it'll make him be. I ain't gonna say it's gonna make him be loyal, but maybe it will. Maybe because he now has choices in the house, and it looks like they're okay with it as they walk and hold hands and be all butterfly and rainbow-ish. In unicorns and pelicans, and it's just a beautiful thing for them.
Yeah, they are creatures of the night.
But if you know what, this is the thing. If it works for him, maybe this will make he's seeing it from a different light. I'm not into the multiple people. It's hard enough dealing with my own self. So, but God bless you, baby.
Yeah.
What?
What?
What does that mean, Jada?
I want to know. Y'all need you to clarify it.
Are you saying he on the little blue pill?
Melissa said, "What the f, yo?" Cupcake said, "That's your business." I mean, it is, I guess. Sure, Jen. All right, it's just not for me. Okay, let's move on. Wendy's. So a Michigan family has filed a $20 million lawsuit against Wendy's after their daughter survived a severe E. coli infection after dining at a local restaurant in Genesee. Take a look.
The family of an 11-year-old girl is suing the operators of a Wendy's restaurant in Genesee, claiming she suffered kidney failure and other debilitating health conditions after eating a meal contaminated with E. coli bacteria. Now, the restaurant in question denies that it failed to uphold high standards of food safety.
August 2022. She had left-sided paralysis. She was clinging to her life. Aspen Lamfers. She lost consciousness for a long period of time. She suffered from seizures. Was rushed to the hospital. Undergoing pretty much constant dialysis. She had left-sided paralysis. Before deteriorating into a nonverbal state, she cried out, "Why am I so sick? Why? And it's so bad." This, according to a lawsuit filed last week on behalf of the girl's family. Right, when you've got those severe abdominal cramps and the diarrhea, you sort of think, okay, well, something's not right. They claim she got a staph infection from eating a meal tainted with E. coli from the Wendy's on Port Sheldon in Genesee 2 weeks earlier. This Wendy's location in Genesee on Port Sheldon Road was identified as a particular source of numerous severe infections. Aspen's condition, her blood sugars fluctuate so wildly, got worse. They're having a hard time figuring out what medications are going to be best to help her manage her blood sugars. And she's got a brain injury. The claim goes on to say she began suffering seizures, then diagnosed with stage 3 kidney failure. There's very little doubt as to where Aspen picked up this infection.
The Ottawa County Health Department conducted an inspection of that Wendy's in July 2022. Conditions were deemed so unsatisfactory that it led to a temporary closure. Imminent health dangers to the public.
Okay, girl. So Wendy's is gonna lose. They're gonna lose the case. I'm sorry, and this is why, like, I like it's important to be careful with processed foods, because like you don't know what's in it, you don't know what people are doing, you don't know what type of training they have, and it could be that the facility is clean and we just had one person that just did not follow the rules. But guess what? If they work for you, it's your overall organization and or business that has
It
a
might
problem.
not even have been the facility. It could have been just that the meat was contaminated.
It could have been the meat that they got. So,
but what I'm wondering is, were there other folks that got sick?
What's up, big bro?
I'm assuming she didn't eat there by herself. Did her family members get sick? Did the other people who ate there in that time period get sick?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And that would have been a whole outbreak, you know. And so if it's just one kid, then, you know, or one person rather, that's, you know, right. Pay up, Jada. They got to pay up. So it is what it is. But y'all, seriously, it's okay to cook at home. Like, cook your own food. You know, it's okay. But yeah, that's just my opinion on it. You know, I don't know. We
God heal the baby.
Hey, that part, that is the most important part. So heal them, and make sure that, you know, God covers them and heals them quickly. All right, it's time for a quick watch out. Now, y'all know I love P Valley, okay? And when I saw these pictures of Brandy Evans, aka Mercedes Woods, or Woodland, girl, she is a Nubian queen. She is that girl.
Come on.
She is just walking in just delicious, and she looks amazing. Absolutely outstanding. I love this outfit on her. I love her. Like, she just looks delicious.
Get it, goddess.
Oh my God. Shout out to her. She is just and shout out to Delta Sigma Theta, because she is a Delta Sigma Theta Incorporated member. So shout out to her. Oh my God, this is a beautiful dress.
It really is.
Well done. And she looks amazing in it. And this was when she went to the Wiz on Broadway premiere.
With the elephants
beautiful.
Just all on them. I love it.
Beautiful, beautiful. Shout out to you, Queen. Thanks for being all that you are. And I cannot wait for season 3 of P Valley. Love that outfit, but don't want the show to come. You don't want the show to come back.
Oh, girl.
What is wrong with you, Michaela? Oh my God. What's up, big bro? Shout out to my big brother over there. He's in Florida. Brother. Yes, doing the thing.
Hey.
Yes. Okay. So this story right here was some BS. John and Carrie Halford, the owners of Return to Nature Funeral Home in Colorado Springs, allegedly deceived families by providing them with dry concrete instead of the cremated ashes of their loved ones. So much more has happened. Take a look at what's going on with this particular situation. It's sick.
The husband and wife owners of a green funeral home are back in jail in Colorado Springs tonight. According to jail records that are available online, John and Carrie Halford are being held in custody at the request of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. They had posted bail after the judge lowered the bond connected to their state charges. The Halfords owned the Return to Nature funeral home. They face hundreds of felony charges of fraud and abuse of a corpse. Investigators in Fremont County discovered the decomposing remains of 190 people stored at a building in Penrose back in October. That building is scheduled to be demolished starting on Tuesday.
Jesus.
So that was them. I remember the story about the facility, but I never seen who they were. And that was
that's
direct disgusting. With gasoline draws on. Okay.
Oh, and Michaela said that was a typo. She wants the show to come back. Okay, thank God. I was like, Michaela, what's going on? Do we need to have a conversation? But going back to these sickos, that is really sick. I don't know what the reasoning was behind them. Like that. I feel like there's a special place in hell for you to do something like that to people's loved ones that they're trying to bury and lay to rest. There's a special place in hell for you. And I don't want you at jail. I want you under the jail. 30 feet under the jail.
I remember that story.
Never see the light of day. Right. Why? What was the purpose of all that?
You know, people not stable.
No. Oh, we know.
Yeah, people not stable. So, and it's so crazy because you really do want to, like, can I call into, like, I need you to I need to come to the jail because I just want to sit across from you and literally ask why.
Why?
What did that do for you?
Girl. All right. Well, it's time for the main story of the day. Listen, I know that this is a controversial topic. I know that this is a very sensitive topic for some people, but I don't know what's going on with Benjamin Netanyahu. I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know why we're still, the optics are not looking good, Joe. The optics are not looking good. It's not looking cute. It's not okay. We have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. Because you could have de-escalated the situation, Benjamin Netanyahu, and you chose to continue to do more. And it's not even that deep. It was like, listen, it is a lot going on. I know it's a very complicated, complex situation in the Middle East, but at the same time, we don't need to be like it's not.
It's giving me such.
This is
Neapolitan. What is his name?
Napoleon.
Yeah, it's giving me that syndrome. Like it's giving me like shrimp syndrome too, because
it's not giving me that. It's giving me recklessness.
And that's where that's a part of that, because you somewhere in your mind you feel so empowered, but so threatened at the same time. But you feel like I got it and I can do it. Because I ain't gonna tell you no lie, I was watching it, and just Sunday when all of the bombs, and they talking about it's this field that's over it, and I'm like, what is this field that they talking about? Maybe I need to research it a little more. But he has no empathy or sympathy for anything around him, and he just feels like he wants to attack. And I do need to look more into it. That's all I can say. Like, after this Gaza situation, I feel like he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. I don't know if his compass is off. His moral compass is gone. He don't have one.
I don't know what's going on with him.
The whole attack on Israel saved him because he was on his way to going to jail.
Oh.
And the continuation of this war is what has kept him in office, because a lot of the Israeli people want him gone. He has prioritized obliterating Hamas and essentially all those people in Gaza versus getting the hostages back. He has used this to stay in office, because the longer this goes on, it prolongs him staying in the power, because the moment that this war is over, he's out of there.
So that makes sense, because like I said, I haven't dove into him it's probably as much as I should, but what you just said, Darius, makes sense, because once it's over, he would be gone. That makes sense. Then why he's doing what he's doing.
Jesus, that's all you got. That's really what it is at this point. Like, for me, like I said, it's a very complex situation what's going on in Israel and with Palestine and Israel. It's a very complex situation that's going on overall with the Middle East. But what I have a problem with is that we're not looking at, like, if this was anybody else, if this was like Iraq or Syria or anybody else, we would be like, oh, you guys are being, you guys are looking crazy. Like, you guys are being, you're doing a little too much. But when the United States is telling Israel, don't do anything, chill out, leave it alone, look at this as a win, and then he still does something.
Well, here's the thing, because if you're looking at it from Israel's perspective, from their perspective, they had to do something, because it's like, no, you're not gonna throw some missiles at me and I don't respond.
But here's the thing: you had, like, the protection of the United States.
But they had to show. Israel had to show. No, look, we could launch some missiles too.
No, I hear that, and with the whole Hamas situation, that made sense. Like, okay, I think that's a whole nother conversation. That's a deeper dive. But at the same time, it's like, you didn't get, there was no major damage to your infrastructure. There was a lot of the missiles didn't get through, and you already showed that you're unfuckwithable anyway, because of the fact that the United States and the UK are protecting you. You are an extension of the United States. So I didn't understand why you had to even respond to it. You don't have to do anything. You just want to be the head honcho in the Middle East. That's what it feels like. At least that's the optics that I'm seeing. And that's going to escalate things. If you want to be, a part of a situation, to de-escalate, if you want to show, like, you don't have to kind of respond all the time. You don't have to respond to every single little thing, because it makes you look like you're childish. You know what I mean? So that's just what I don't know.
But in his eyes, he feels like he's like, I gotta respond. Like you run up, you get done up. Like, I gotta do you the way you do me. And that's like kind of a street code, so to speak. Like, if you run up on me, I gotta get you back, because it's gonna make me look
because
bad.
You don't want to look weak. Because the thing is, had they not responded, they already got the Houthis and some of those other militia groups attacking them too, which they say are proxies for Iran. So had they not responded, what that's going to do is encourage these other people to run at them even more. So they had to respond as a show of force. Now, they was limited because they didn't launch all those missiles and drones that Iran did. It was a limited response. So they did listen to some degree, but they had to do something to show that, look, we ain't no pushovers.
I just think this is unnecessary. Really, I get it. I understand. Like, sometimes you gotta flex a little bit. Sometimes you gotta let it be known. Well, sometimes you gotta chin check somebody. So I get it.
I'm not the one to play with. Try Jesus, not me.
Honey, listen. But what I'm saying is that when you have the backing of the United States and the UK, the West is backing you. So I don't understand why, like, you were protected the entire time.
But they still have to show that they can defend themselves.
Yeah, but okay. So the entire war on Gaza wasn't enough.
You got to look at it. It's a lot of factions within Israel.
Yeah, but that's what's causing
some
these
that
factions.
are very much pro Benjamin, how we say his name. There's a lot of different competing factions within Israel right now, and he's probably trying to do his best to satisfy everybody because he's trying to stay in power.
But that's what's causing, in my opinion, that's what's causing these factions. Like, these factions, these, like, the Taliban, all of these different things, all of these different, like, militia groups and terrorist groups are coming out of a pain. You know what I'm saying? Or something that they feel that they believe, whether it's right or wrong. I'm not debating on whether morally this is right or wrong. And I'm not debating Israel's moral compass. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that at the end of the day, you have to kind of look at the long game and look at, and I'm not a prime minister or a president, so I don't know all of what's going on. I'm just looking at the optics of everything. We have radicalized our own people. Even Trump has radicalized his own people in terms of MAGA because of propaganda and hate speech, and based off of what he's done, it's caused a lot of issues within this country, and we are politically divided because of the propaganda and the moves that people have made, such as Trump. So it's like, you make these moves and the optics of everything looks bad. So that's all I'm saying. It just doesn't optically look good, where you're constantly, it looks like you're committing a genocide situation with Gaza, then you're fighting with, Iran. It's just like, there's a lot going on.
You almost look like
a lot
bully.
going on, girl.
You almost look like a bully.
You almost look like a bully, and I'm not saying that I'm not saying that he is a bully. What I'm saying is that that's the optics of what it's looking like, because now you have the United States and the UK backing you, because people are not going to go and engage with Israel immediately because of the fact that the UK and the United States have their back. So,
but that's what makes you look like a bully, because you got backing. I mean, and I'm not calling him, but that's what it kind of, and even with what you're saying, it just kind of looks like you're trying to be a bully. Like, oh, I know, just in case. And I hate to say this, but it's like a woman popping off because she know her man can fight.
Yeah. Well, any other thoughts? peeps, before we go on that?
I wanted it all to end. All this war.
I want it all to end.
Because this war it's a lot. It's
a lot.
It's a lot, and you can't turn on your TV. If when you turn on your TV now, and you look at any type of news media outlet, it's either Gaza, it's war here, because we got our homegrown, risks here. It's just so much, and now we got multiple countries fighting at the same time. It's a lot. It becomes overwhelming.
And I want to be clear, like what Darius is saying is correct, because if it was us, like that's like what happened with 9/11, we weren't going to sit around and just be like, okay, we're going to let that happen. That would have looked really bad on us. And people would have continued to, and then we would have had copycat situations trying to pop up, because like, oh, well, somebody else already tested them. We got to keep pushing on and trying to test them. So that I get it. I understand that you have to retaliate and do stuff, but like, my God. There's a lot going on, girl. You got a lot going on all fronts.
Earth is ghetto.
It's just a lot.
Anywho, Big Rock is ghetto.
It is. All right, y'all. You got anything else before we go, Darius, Ramona? All right, y'all. We love you guys. We hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you guys on Monday. Until then, stay blessed, stay stress-free, and peace. Have a good one.
Thank you for watching Pyro Media Network. For more information, please visit pyromedianetwork.com.